I worked as a night moderator on Reddit. One story was not written by a human being, posted by user u/last_signal_93, 12.4k upvotes, 1.9k comments. I don't know if this is the right place for such a post. If the moderators decide to delete it, I will understand. But if you're reading this, then either I'm lucky, or it's too late. I worked as a night moderator for one of the big subreddits with mystical stories. I won't name it specifically, I don't want any trouble. I'll just say that it was a sub with millions of subscribers, where dozens of real scary stories were posted every day. 90% of them were fiction. Another 9% were from people with imaginations and attention deficits. And only occasionally did something strange happen. I moderated from 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. Night shifts are the quietest. Fewer trolls, less politics, more strange posts from people who can't sleep. That night, everything was as usual. Coffee, silence, monitor. I was about to finish my shift when a new post appeared without any likes or comments. The title was short, he started responding to me on the radio. I clicked on it out of boredom. I live alone. In an old house outside the city, my radio is old, analog. I turn it on just for the noise, so it's not so quiet. 3 nights ago, I heard the announcer say my name. I grimaced. Typical beginning. We've seen this hundreds of times. I was already reaching for the remove button, but I continued reading. I thought I had misheard. But he repeated it, slowly. Clearly, as if he were addressing only me, and if you're hearing this now, please don't turn off the radio. Goosebumps appeared unexpectedly. Not from fear, from the style. The text was too calm. No hysteria. No attempts to scare. I didn't turn it off. The voice said that he was hosting a night program for those who were lost. That today there was only one listener on the air, me. I laughed. And then he described my room. I leaned back in my chair. Well written, I thought. But still, just a story. He said that the paint on the wall behind me had cracked. I turned around, and I really heard a crack. I looked at the time of publication. The post was published 12 minutes ago. The IP address was normal. The account was created 8 years ago. No posts. No comments. Empty. It was strange. The voice on the radio said, I can't see you directly. But I can hear your thoughts. I thought about turning off the radio, and he replied, don't. Then I'll move closer. I stopped reading. I just stared at the screen. All I could hear in my headphones was the computer fan. I did something I had never done before. I sent the author a private message. Me, is this fiction or are you really scared? The reply came instantly. u/last_signal_93, I didn't write this post. I reread it. Me, what do you mean, you didn't write it? The cursor flashes. Types. Stops. Types again. u/last_signal_93, I opened Reddit because the radio said my text was already here. I'm just reading it, just like you. I felt cold. Really cold. I took off my headphones and looked around the room, as if someone could be standing behind me. I returned to the post. The text was being updated. Without editing. Just, a new paragraph was being added. He said that now there were 2 of us, one listening, the other is reading, but not for long. I clicked lock thread. Nothing. The button didn't respond. I tried to delete the post. Error. At that moment, on my desk, I swear, an old radio that I had kept turned off for years clicked, and spoke. The voice was muffled, with static. Very calm. Good night, it said. Thank you for reading this far. I didn't move. You're a good moderator, the voice continued. You weed out fiction. But you leave the truth. That's why we're here. A new line appeared on the screen in the post. He is silent now, but I know he can hear. The voice on the radio became closer. You wanted something real, right? Not a story, not fiction, a signal. I closed my laptop. Turned off the monitor. Unplugged the radio. The silence lasted exactly 3 seconds, then my phone vibrated. Reddit notification. your post has received 25,000 views. I opened the app, the post now had a different title, can you hear it too? And the last line was, if you're reading this, it means the broadcast has already started, don't worry, we only address those who don't turn it off. I don't moderate anymore, I try not to read the comments at all, but sometimes at night, between stations, I hear a familiar voice. He's still broadcasting, and he says there are more and more listeners. Update 2, I am no longer a moderator. I'm not even sure if I'm the author. Updated by user u/last_signal_93, pinned 47.8k upvotes. I didn't plan on writing an update. To be honest, I tried to forget about this account. But Reddit keeps sending me notifications, even when I log out. Even when I delete the app, this post is keeping me awake. After that night when I heard the voice on the radio, I contacted the administration. Not the moderators, higher up. I described everything, the self-written text, the inability to delete the thread, the private messages that I supposedly didn't write. The response was curt, the u/last_signal_93 account has been active since 2017, the last logins were from your device, no security violations were found. But I don't remember these logins. I opened the account's activity history. And I saw something that made me sick, comments. Dozens of comments. In different subreddits. Posted at night, all in my name. One of them was written during a live broadcast of a night radio show. I can hear you better than you think. I never wrote that. I decided to go further. I found a recording of that broadcast. It was available in the radio station's archive. The date was the same night. I pressed play. The first few minutes were music. Then the host. A calm voice, and today we have a slightly unusual broadcast, he said. Because our listener has decided to speak for himself. My heart skipped a beat, he's writing. Right now. Not in a chat. Not in letters. But where those who are also awake will hear him. I heard the click of a keyboard in the background, it was my typing rhythm. I recognized it. Short pauses. Then rapid typing. I've been writing like this for years, he thinks he's reading, the voice continued. But in fact, he's dictating. I turned off the recording. A few seconds later, Reddit opened again on its own, a new paragraph appeared in this post, you got to this point faster than last time. That's good, it means the connection is stable. I didn't type anything, I threw my laptop in my backpack and went to a friend's place. I didn't say anything, I just said I needed to be with someone. There was no radio in his apartment. I checked on purpose. At night, I woke up to the sound of a notification, not from my phone, from his Reddit. A message, u/last_signal_93 posted a new comment, from his account, from his phone. The text was simple, we can talk without technology. My friend woke up and asked why I was looking at him like that. I didn't answer, because at that moment, I realized the worst. The voice doesn't live in the radio, or on Reddit, it lives in the process. When someone listens, when someone reads, when someone thinks it's just a story. I tried one last time, to write a post and warn them. I started typing, if you're reading this, please close the tab, don't finish reading, don't listen to the night broadcasts. He uses, the text disappeared, another one appeared in its place. Thank you, you did everything right. Now the broadcast can continue without you. I don't remember pressing publish. But I know something else. If this update appeared in your feed, it means someone just freed up space, and someone else has already started writing. Comments are disabled, thread is pinned by moderators. Reminder, if you hear voices or feel anxious, seek professional help. Not all stories here are real, but you read to the end, right? Then the broadcast continues.